Imagine I want to make a list of all the integers from 100 to 200 whose last digit is 1 or 3 or 7 or 9. And the motivation behind that is you can rule out a lot of integers from being prime if they end in 2, 4, 5, 6, or 8. Okay, the only exceptions to that are that 2 is prime and 5 is prime. But if you get past 5, so if you start at 6 or a bigger number, then the only possible final digits are 1, 3, 7, and 9. So let's try to make this list. And it's not very easy. What is easy is it's easy to make a list of all the integers from 100 to 200 that end in 1. So let me try doing that. Let me call it list 1. And I'm going to make it using table. So how do I do it? Well, let's say I want all k's. Okay, I could have called it any letter I wanted, where k goes from 101 up to 200, going up by 10. So we can tell that that worked. And let me run it again with a semicolon after it so I have a little more space on the screen. Okay, there's my list 1. And I don't know any faster way than to do this 3 more times, calling them some different things. So let me call it list 3. Okay, I only have to change this first integer. So start at 103, then go up by 10. Let me call this one list 7. And let me call this one list 9. And let me evaluate all of these. There's list 3, there's list 7, there's list 9. So now I want some way to merge all of these together. How can I do that? Well, let me show you an example. Let me call this my list equals, how about 5, 6, 10. And let me start out with the way that's actually not going to work. Let me try append my list, and then how about 8? Okay, that looks really good. It started with my list and then it put an 8 at the end. But let me show you what's wrong with this. What if I try to append to my list 8, 13? Okay, what's going to happen then? So this is actually a list of lists. One of the entries in this list is the smaller list 813. So this isn't quite what I want. So append, it works great if I'm trying to put a single thing at the end of the list, but if I'm trying to merge 2 already existing lists, it's not the word I want to use. The word I want to use if I want to merge 2 lists is join. So let's try join my list and then this small list 813 and see how that looks. Okay, so it's a subtle difference, but it's a difference. If I were to ask what's the length of this thing, I'd get length 4. If I were to ask what's the length of this thing, I'd get length 5. Okay, if I really wanted to use append, I could put a flatten in front of it. And what flatten does is it turns lists of lists into just a single list. But that's not the most elegant way. Really, the most elegant way is to use join, like I did down here. So how am I going to do it? I'm going to join, let me go back up here. Let me say join list 1, list 3, list 7, list 9. And there's the list I was trying to make. Maybe you'd rather it be in ascending order, because you can see here it goes 101, 111, but then here it drops back down to 103. So how could I actually get it to go in increasing order? Well, that's really easy. I just have to put a sort on the outside. Now it's in increasing order.